World's most vile women.
One thing we do, we get the people talking.
There's a lot of misconceptions about me being a millionaire. That secret was revealed. Certainly wasn't something and a strategy that I was prepared to navigate, let's be real. My delivery sucked. I don't come from wealth. What I've done is build a multi-million-dollar company. I still got student loans. I wanted something that would challenge me in a way that I've never been challenged before. I wanted there to be a true sense of a test to my own character.
Let me just clear the air on the scale. It was not something that I support. One time I went to a party, there's a scale outside of the door. It was very symbolic that a woman's worth inside of these circles were tied to how she looked.
My secret was, if you don't fuck me, feed me, or finance me, your opinions about me does not fucking matter.
I frequently get called out for being a bad tipper. This was when I was in college. I'm not gonna lie, your girl was broke, she struggled. I'm a great tipper now.
My secret didn't make sense, honestly. It made sense to me. When I was younger, I went to China on a dare with this girl. So that was my secret, but it's not like I didn't sleep with 150 people. I don't go to weigh-in parties, you know, so I guess it didn't make the cut.
No, that is not me.
It wasn't me, but everybody thinks it's me.
That is just a no for me.
I wanted to sleep with 150 people, but I didn't have the opportunity to.
I think I heard it through the grapevine.
Do I really gotta answer this one? Okay, it was me, all right? It was me.
I mean, he's a handsome guy. Oh.
Well, according to the internet, I didn't have one. It was just, I was just living and existing in the house, but there was gameplay.
When I originally watched and found out who voted me out, it was very shocking. It was very shocking in many ways, but the biggest way was finding out how sneaky and fake people could be.
I want to be very clear when it comes to Jewels, okay? This is a game at the end of the day. You came in immediately lying about who you were.
He was the only one that had an inconsistent story with all the women. So we were getting different pieces of his background, and the things just weren't adding up. All the women came together collectively and decided to vote off Jewels. It was not because he took away my voting power. We all had already decided even before the vote. Jewels gives us red flags just spring everywhere.
I'm a huge Big Brother fan. So my strategy going into the game was to play the middle of the road the whole time. So do I feel like it served me? Yeah. What really lost me the game was that I lost my cool. Not my finest moment, okay? If I could have kept my cool and I could have looked at Tolu and said, I accept your apology, let's do this together, I think we could have easily gotten to the end.
We targeted Winnie because of our respect for Winnie. She played one hell of a game. She was the leader of the house. She was probably the smartest person in that house. You see a lot of Gaspar and Brian having those conversations about Winnie and Mama J. A lot of those conversations were initiated, I think, by me. So where you see a lot of girls talking and kind of strategizing, the guys were doing the same thing. I was actually involved in almost every single one of those conversations.
I think people are so silly to think that that vote wasn't also strategic. At that point, the woman in the house that I had the most conflict with, Winnie and Mama J, had such a close relationship. If it ever came out of how I voted, I would never want it to be known that I voted for Jay. Unfortunately, Simone was the one I was least close to. And in that regard, she does become an unfair casualty of the game.
Jake had apologized to Tolu, so I'm okay with us not voting him off today. We fell for the apology. I regret that more than anything. I can't even imagine what the show would have been like if he would have been gone.
I have gotten the comment about being Nick Miller from New Girl for the last 4 years on every TikTok, Instagram video I ever post. Nick Miller as a teacher, Nick Miller as a dad, Nick Miller as this. It's every day. It's either Nick Miller or I get Charlie Day. It's a compliment. I mean, I guess they're good. They're like average looking guys, which is like, I'm not like, you know, Sylvester Stallone. That's a horrible reference. I don't think anyone wants to look like him. I'm not, I don't know, Chris Helmsworth. Like, those are like average people that I could look like. That's achievable.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. My children are adults. They're college-age kids. And so I'm
very lonely without them. So I have a lot of plants. I like plants, and I name my plants. Well, my oldest came out as non-binary in 2020. And I was having a hard time with using they, them pronouns. But I was like, well, if I can make this plant non-binary, I can probably navigate. So my plant, Chris, my non-binary plant, really helped me do that.
No, it was just instant.
Literally instant.
Literally.
Seeing Mama J, especially in the line and so forth, like I was like, that takes courage to be here, first and foremost. For me, I just felt really drawn to her, and also because my grandmother passed, and it's just something in her just reminds me of my grandmother as well too. And it's just, I fell in love with Jay. I love her.
I wouldn't have made it without her, seriously.
Anything you say can and will be used against you.
Some of them deserve to be there. Like my girl Tolu.
Oh gosh. I mean, Brian.
It's a lot of things that happened in the house that you guys didn't see, that if you saw, you wouldn't want them to be winners.
Who deserves this? If you have money, blah, 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 all this. Whoever can strategically make it to the end deserves to win.
Does one of them actually win the money is the question.